And now, moving on, not too far from Ivory Coast to Nigeria, a radical Islamist group in Nigeria says it is behind the Christmas Eve bombings and church attacks that killed at least 86 people. The Boko Haram group says it will continue its attacks on what it calls disbelievers. Officials in Nigeria say at least 80 people were killed in the central city of Jos, where bombings on Friday targeted last-minute Christmas shoppers. That same day, several churches were attacked in the northern city of Maiduguri, killing at least 6 people. Well, for more perspective on the recent spate of violence in Nigeria, joining us on the phone is correspondent Jacqueline Ogoh in Lagos. Hello, Jackie.
Hello, Victor.
Yes, now I have to ask you this first. What is the very latest that you are hearing from Jos right now?
Yes, there's a little more calm in Jos now because the president has been saying that nothing will stop him from bringing the perpetrators of this act to book. He says it's not going to be it's not going to be business as usual. This time around, he will make sure that security agents fish out the perpetrators of this act, and then they be brought to book. People are actually very worried in Nigeria over this development in Jos, because Jos has been a very, very lovely city, a city known to be lovely. A lot of Nigerians always wanted to go to Jos as a kind of a status symbol. You know, when you say you've been to Jos, you be like someone who's been to somewhere very great in the country.
And
but
you know,
now it's no longer.
Yeah,
it's no longer like.
Exactly. That's very disturbing, Jackie, because it is not the first time really we're hearing about attacks in Jos. So what really is the cause of these attacks? What leads to this eruption of violence in Jos?
Yes. You know, there's so many finger pointings going on right now. The group itself that has claimed responsibility for the attacks is doing this, you know, based on religious inclinations. They say the Islamic faith commands them to, you know, kill anyone that is not a Muslim, and that's why they are carrying out the act. But religious leaders in the country are saying that, you know, that should not be taken as the whole story. They are pointing their fingers at, you know, politicians, desperados in politics, who are, you know, masterminding these acts and giving it religious coloration. That's where they are pointing at, and they are saying to the government that the government should investigate thoroughly this current issue on the front border, because they don't really see these people's claims as being very real. That some of the statements they have made, especially the leader of the Islamic line in Nigeria, that's talking about the Sultan of Sokoto, he has also picked holes in some of their statements, and they are saying that these are people that have been, you know, masterminded by some politicians to carry out the acts that they've carried out.
Okay.
So, you know, it's close to elections, and, you know, when times like this come, you see a lot of things happening, people trying to, you know, gain attention one way or the other. Yeah. Because, as you know, in Nigeria, you know, there's this struggle for power that's always been coming. It has been more intense from the northern side of the country. And we know always wanted to hold on to power, you know.
Exactly, and we know there's always the pull and push in north and south. You know, I want to thank you very much, Jackie, for giving us those insights. That's Jacqueline Ogoh from Lagos.